Donald Trump was inaugurated the 47th president of the United States, and the highlight of the ceremony was Zuck proving he finally went through puberty by checking out Lauren Sanchez's rack.
Yeah, give it to me now, give it to me now.
I'm Bridget Phetasy, and this is your Dumpster Fire! Welcome to Dumpster Fire, where we make burgers out of your sacred cows. If your sacred cow happens to be Donald Trump, you're probably not going to like us in about 2 weeks, maybe 2 episodes. Here's the thing. We're not going to be conservative dick riders here on Dumpster Fire. The only conservative dick I'm going to ride is my husband's. That being said, thank God Trump was not assassinated and I didn't have to watch Kamala Harris being sworn in to be the president this morning, because that would have been demoralizing. And I do feel like we're in the dawn of a new, exciting time.
Look at Bridget's new look.
I think this needs to be... By the way, I was pioneering this look. Well, I guess Madonna technically pioneered this look. But I was rocking this look years ago in all of my photos. And then Lauren Sanchez, being the classy broad that she is, wore lingerie to the inauguration. And I think in my new, more mature lady of the right... Am I a lady of the right? Not really.
Hey, lady. Dad quit.
They wouldn't take me either over there because I'm a reformed slut. They wouldn't have me either. But I do think this needs to be my more professional look.
Right. I was like, she was getting ready. I was like, wow, we've gone from sweatshirts to this. I'm like, look at you prepping for the new Trump era, classing it up.
We here at Dumpster Fire are going to keep it classy for the Trump administration and also bring boobs back because America is great again, folks.
So hold me when I'm here, love me when I'm wrong, hold me when I'm scared, and love me when I'm gone.
So we have a lot to cover. It's going to be a crazy first 100 days of the election, and we're going to do our best to keep up with it. Some things that will already have happened we'll cover later. Like, I do want to cover the TikTok stuff. I do want to cover meme coins, but there's all this stuff happening today, one being the inauguration, which, can we just please take a moment? Maggie and I watched it and we were like, this is freaking crazy. Can we just all acknowledge how wild this is?
So help me God. So help me God. Congratulations, Mr. President.
Biden ran on being a bridge to a new generation, to another kind of politics, and he ended up being a bridge back to Donald Trump.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
And it wasn't even him who ran. It's been a crazy 6 months. Even when you look at who was on the dais up with Donald Trump while he was getting inaugurated, it wasn't governors and people you would normally see. No, they got kicked to the overflow room. It was basically these titans of industry and tech people and our soon to be leaders of our, archipelagos we're going to live in. It is wild, though, because none of these people would have even been caught dead other than Elon Musk with Donald Trump 6 months ago. So watching this sea change in real time, we really just do need to take a moment and acknowledge it. I do hope it helps ease things like censorship, throttling, the issues we've been dealing with on this show since we launched it. I'm hoping that tide turns here everywhere. I'm hoping it makes things better for people to just speak freely.
Hey, maybe something nice will happen. Why the f*** would anything nice ever happen?
We'll see. Or it could just be a massive consolidation of power and the little guy's never going to get a word in edgewise again. But today I'm optimistic. Today I am hopeful. And the night before the inauguration, Trump held a rally because of course he did. He knows it's the end of the rallies. And none other than the Village People joined him on stage for a live rendition of YMCA to close out the show. again, this is just such evidence of this sea change that's occurred. This is how badly the Democrats fucked up. They lost the Village People. The Village People. The band that sent Trump a cease and desist letter 2 years ago because he used Macho Man at Mar-a-Lago is now joining him on the stage. This is a song that's known for like being a gay anthem, by the way. And it is funny. They're trying to say, we don't think music should be political. And this was never a gay anthem. Yes, it was.
For like 40 years,
It
it's
was
been
a gay anthem because it was a gay anthem. Sorry.
Why are you gay?
And there were some other highlights that we're just going to run through of the inauguration. One being that Trump was inaugurated. The second, Melania and Usha both looked fantastic. Also, Ivanka looked incredible. These women always look amazing. But this is my advice, Democrats. Ladies, leave the pantsuits behind, okay? Leave them behind. Unless you want to wear them and they look classy, they don't look good. They're just a reminder of a time we all want to forget. Hillary Clinton's time.
One of the American people got a Yankee Doodle Doo. You're gonna throw your fat face at her just the
It was funny watching all of the autists on stage just trying to maintain some semblance of control over their faces, which they have none. Elon looked like he was tripping balls as usual. I bet he was sitting there trying to figure out what the Capitol is going to look like on Mars. There was another great, very relatable moment when JD Vance was being sworn in and the toddler, their daughter, had Band-Aids all over her fingers. And it was like so clear that she needed to behave. She wanted to put, I can just imagine that where you're like, you're not putting the Band-Aids on. She's like, we're putting the Band-Aids on. I want the Band-Aids. And you're like, fine, just put Band-Aids on your fingers. I don't care. Just so cute.
Just don't cry during the
Keep her
swearing
happy.
in.
Keep her calm. Put 5 Band-Aids on your fingers. I don't care. But also just nice to see young family in the White House. I think we need to inspire that kind of, like, having a family is fun. It's not easy, but it's rewarding. It's great. Kids around are good. Carrie Underwood came out to sing, and there was some kind of tech difficulty. Of course, all of the people on the left or online, people were cheering for it and saying, aha. And Carrie Underwood was like, I can just sing it. And she did.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain.
And it ended up being an amazing a cappella performance that somehow was even more moving than what probably would have been her performance because she's a consummate professional. She's Carrie fucking Underwood. And then Barron is a class act. It's good to see him. He was so tiny the last time they came in. It's weird.
Yeah.
That's when you realize the passage of time. You know, it's been a decade basically since when he came on the scene. And he was just a class act, shaking Biden and Kamala's hands. And he's also the future of America, probably. But I will say this, watching it and seeing all of these tech titans of industry sitting weirdly just behind Trump, you Republicans, the dog caught the car. And if this coalition across so many different spheres, you had the union, people who have never backed Trump, more minorities than ever before. You've got people who came out for RFK Jr., people who came along with Tulsi Gabbard, so many people from different spheres, walks of life, and then all of the industry and the new, forward thinking, accelerated Elon, Zuck, Vivek. If they don't largely improve the lives of average Americans, they will lose all the goodwill they have in a remarkably short period of time. I mean, people are going to need to see tangible improvements to their life. You're going to have to make good on a lot of the things you said you were going to do. Getting out there and dealing with the border right away is a good start. You also have to make it easier to get a house. You've got to lower inflation. You've got to do something about the healthcare costs. People can't afford healthcare. If the rich continually get richer and all of these people sitting on stage are only in bed with this guy so that they can self-enrich, line their own pockets while Americans' lives go downhill, they get more poor, they get sick, they're not getting healthier, then none of this will matter. And my optimism will be shredded and I will be furious. And I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to be some dick writer. I'm optimistic right now. Let's wait and see though. If it does just end up being a lot of wealthy people moving more money upwards instead of helping middle class America, helping the middle class come back, helping the very most needy in our society in ways that are actually helpful instead of the ways that we've been helping them, like in California with our drug addicts, then it's not going to matter. It's just not. So we'll see. I'm excited. I believe in this. I'm optimistic. It is nice to see people who are visionaries and moving forward getting all together, but it can't just be like some, bro fest. Or they're not going to win. They'll lose again.
Yeah.
Because Americans are struggling, and that's it. Americans are struggling, and we're here to speak for the people. That's our audience, even with my fancy new suit.
I was just thinking, even with your blazer on.
Even with my blazer on, I'm still a poor just like you. Before our next segment, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, touch my bells and buttons, and tell your friends about us. Please help us reach our goal of 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. You have to stick around to see the weather report. Sorry, them's the rules. I know it's your favorite part of this whole show. The next few years are going to be a wild ride. We are excited. Join me in preparing for whatever might come by getting in the best shape possible with the Caliber app. Caliber has been life-changing for me. And by the way, right now is the moment that you might feel like giving up on yourself. You might have had those goals. You might not have jumped in the way that you wanted. And you might be saying to yourself, you know what? F it. This is the time you double down. You can change your life. Weight training can be confusing and overwhelming. And if you're just trying to figure it out on your own, it can be a lot. Caliber makes this easy. With the Caliber app, you get paired with a personal trainer who creates a fitness program and nutrition plan completely customized to you and your goals. We've arranged a special deal for our Dumpster Fire audience where you get $100 off for the first 3 months. This is access to a personal trainer for much less than it costs to work with one at a gym. And there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you're not happy with the program, get your money back. So click the link below to get signed up. The link will take you directly to a calendar where you can schedule a consultation with a coach. This doesn't mean you're signing up for the program. It just means you're going to have a consultation to see whether this app is right for you. caliberstrong.com/dumpster. Use the link in the description below. And now let's check the weather with Jackie Guerido.
De esa precaución, de esas fuertes inundaciones, pasamos a esta acción en el mapa en estos momentos. Vamos a lidiar con altas temperaturas, inundaciones, frío, aunque usted no lo crea.
Whenever I'm like, I need inspiration to go work out, I just go check out our Mexican weather girls because, my gosh, give me an ass you can bounce a quarter off of, please.
Breaking Bridget.
On his way out the door, Biden handed out blanket pardons to several members of his family, including 2 brothers, his sister, his brother-in-law, and his sister-in-law. It's crazy to run on restoring norms and leave on completely shredding them. This is not what we were supposed to be doing, guys. I love how everyone's like, this is what fascists do. They pardon their people who help them get into power, blah, 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 when they're talking about Trump. And it's like, this guy's pardoning people in advance. What kind of norm and precedent are we setting here? By the way, you're only giving this power to the next party. This is society ending stuff. It's country ending stuff. It's disgusting. In December 2020, Jake Tapper asked President-elect Biden about the rumor that Trump might issue some preemptive pardons before leaving office.
President Trump is reportedly considering a wave of preemptive pardons. Does this concern you?
And Biden was like, you're not going to see me do that.
You're not going to see in our administration that kind of approach to pardons.
Biden said it concerned him and what kind of precedent it sets and how the rest of the world looks at us.
It concerns me in terms of what kind of precedent it sets and how the rest of the world looks at us.
This comes on the heels of Hunter Biden's pardon after he promised that he wouldn't pardon Hunter Biden. And Biden didn't stop at family favors either. He issued preemptive pardons for high-profile critics of Trump, like the January 6th committee, Liz Cheney, General Mark Milley, and Dr. freaking Anthony Fauci. This is the one that really breaks my brain more than anything, because a couple of things. One, as I mentioned on Twitter, I'm going to get a strike or some kind of label for COVID misinformation for even discussing Fauci on this podcast. It is insane and infuriating. And by the way, people were demonetized, had their channels completely taken down, had videos taken down, all for even talking about anything vaccine related, Fauci related, gain of function research related. And now this guy gets a fucking pardon? Are you motherfuckers are insane? I'm sorry for all the swears, but this is craziness. Go back and give everybody their channel. You're also not helping with any of the distrust that people have for any authorities. You're only encouraging all of the frickin' conspiracy theorists and people who thought that this was some mass cover-up to believe that it's true. Why would this person who did nothing wrong need a pardon? And then people will say, oh, it's just so they don't waste government resources. Okay, then we go through that process the way you go through that process. Then we waste government resources and we criticize the administration for doing so when it all comes out. You don't preemptively pardon somebody. This is fucking crazy.
It's like subverting the justice system.
It's completely subvert. Again, like weaponizing the DOJ, that was the Democrats doing this all along. You guys are the ones who destroyed the norms. It's not in order to fight the thing that you said you hated, you became the thing you hated.
It was said that you would destroy this and not join them.
It is in order to save democracy, we need to destroy democracy. This is crazy. This is not how the justice system should work. It's not about protecting political allies from hypothetical future prosecutions. It's about accountability to the law, not to political parties. And I will call Trump out too. Like, as we speak, he's doing a bunch of executive orders, I think, in front of a crowd, which is amazing and hilarious. And we live in the United States of entertainment. It is our primary export. This is a WWF presidency. Idiocracy.
President of America!
Are you not entertained? He knows exactly what he's doing. So I think he is issuing some about J6 hostages, as he calls them. Yeah, we'll see. So we're going to wrap it up because we're going to have a lot to cover in the next 100 days. We were going to go 2 days a week, but because so much news is just getting buried, and I will get to a point where I can do this every day.
We're going to do as many dumpster fires as we need to. Basically,
we're going to do as many as we can.
We will do Tuesdays and Fridays, definitely, and we might have some extra drop-ins. This one launches Tuesday. We're going to have one launching Wednesday.
We're back, baby. America is back.
Guess who's back?
If you love Dumpster Fire, the best thing you can do is become a supporter at Phetasy.com. You get the unedited version of Dumpster Fire, and we leave a lot of inappropriate things on the cutting room floor. You also get access to everything else we're doing, and it's a lot. And now for some housekeeping, please go to our new channel for walk-ins. Welcome. The link is in the description below. To keep it simple, just go subscribe to that channel. We have to build a brand new channel, but we have so many good interviews. We have so many cool people coming through. Thank you to everyone who helps make Dumpster Fire possible. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to our audience, subscribers, supporters. We love you. Don't worry, we're not going to go full bro and chief over here. I like to call balls and strikes. It's a big country. Not everyone agrees. We should all be able to just have fun and be silly. Now, to cleanse your palate, the internet is glorious. Remember, life is absurd. Don't take yourself so damn seriously. Take the work seriously. Don't take yourself seriously. This has been your Dumpster Fire. I'm Bridget Phetasy. Now make me rich so I can sit behind a president.
Woohoo!
Boom pow.
And the unicorns dance while the world burns, world burns.